Well, Casemiro has left the club. He has chosen not to renew his contract. Also, Manuel Ugarte has also been placed in the transfer market, which means Michael Carrick needs to rebuild his midfield. And with the board all in for this action plan, because we are in a lot of competitions back into the Champions League, we are back in the FA Cup, challenging the Premier League, and also in the Carabao Cup. So we need the squad depth. Rotation is not optional, but it is survival. So United have identified amongst a couple of other targets. I'll call these the main four: Sandro Tonali of Newcastle United, Tchouaméni of Real Madrid, Matthias Fernandes of West Ham United, and Éderson of Atalanta. So today we're going to analyze the qualities and the traits they will bring to the club if they were signed, and what they can offer in this United team. Tchouaméni is the most like-for-like Casemiro replacement. He is like an old-school anchorman. He sits deep, shields the centre-backs, and is elite in the air, which directly replaces Casemiro's aerial dominance. Under Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid, he has also evolved into a modern defensive pivot, sometimes dropping in as the third centre-back in possession, and is also a top-level progressive passer, which is very good. Weaknesses I would say is ground coverage. He is decent but not elite. He will not sprint laterally to cover huge spaces. And there is a question mark whether Real Madrid are even open to selling him in the first place, as they see him as a long-term pillar. How does it fit at United? Well, Carrick used Casemiro in a way that rejuvenated the team, so I don't see any much difference in how he's going to implement and Tchouaméni. I feel like he's like for like. So if Tchouaméni will come, expect him to slot in that deep defensive double pivot with Kobe Mainoo and just resume from where Casemiro left off. Tonali is a hybrid between a 6 and an 8. In the moment at Newcastle, he can be playing as a register, but in a different moment or in a different scenario, in a different tactical fit, he can be playing as a box-to-box midfielder. He covers a huge amount of ground and has a decent, good passing range and can switch the play effortlessly. Defensively, he's very solid, but not at Casemiro's elite level. He's a ground eater. An amazing athlete, he covers a lot of ground, which directly fixes Casemiro's biggest weakness, which is the lack of lateral coverage, because he struggled at certain periods during transition of the position. What makes him special for Carrick is that in possession, United can rotate the build-up in two ways. Option 1, Mainoo can drop in as a pivot, and Tonali pushes high as a ball carrier or a passer connecting with the final third, and he does also have that range at the edge of the box. As you can see, that is very dangerous with his long range shooting. Or option 2, Tonali sits as the deepest and Mainoo pushing high to make small tidy passing connections and triangles, the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Mbembo, Šeško, Cunha in the final third. And Tonali can dictate tempo from deep and also switch play to push the attack forward. Weaknesses, I would say, is that he's not a pure out and out ball winner. He's not his best quality, but he is decent defensively, very good defensively. Overall, Tonali is a complete midfielder, and Carrick can trust him in most games, covering Casemiro weaknesses due to his elite ground coverage. He has a bit of creativity, reads the game well, and he's the kind of player you need. Matheus Fernandes is the wild card. Think of Joao Neves of PSG. He demands the ball, is very tenacious in the tackle, and can be quite reckless at times. But he has a trait that stands out, which is he's very press resistant. Pair him up with Mainu, and you have two press resistant players down the middle, which makes your build-up much more efficient. He carries the ball energetically. He has a drive and also help you progressive carries, which means he can progress the ball via carries or dribbles or passing. Either way, you are having a top progressive player. Now the difference between Tonali and Matheus Fernandes is that Tonali now is much more defensively sound in a positional sense, while Matheus Fernandes is much more better in tight spaces. Tackling is quite inconsistent. Sometimes his decision making can be erratic, but he's still quality. He has that tempo controlling ability, he's press resistant, he can pass the ball, short range, long range passes, he can switch the play. He also is a very decent ground eater, I would say. So bringing him to your squad will offer another dynamic, another complete midfielder, someone that can offer you different things in different scenarios. And if United are looking to go far in multiple competitions, a profile like that of Matheus Fernandes is very much crucial.
Please don't make me think of it like you can't make a defense. You talk to me dirty, I'm talking back like a replay.
And then on to Éderson of Atalanta. This player seems like he has almost joined United fully because the rumors are the deal is nearly done. But we'll still look into him. Éderson of Atalanta has been a profile that United have looked at over the years. One thing I do like about him is relentless. He has very strong tackling. He is also good in the air, but not at Casemiro's level. He has excellent stamina. He's someone that has an unbelievable engine. Same as Tonali. He covers a lot of ground. And one thing I really like about his personality or how he plays is his pass and move instinct. He passes, he moves. He doesn't stand statically. He moves into open space to progress the play, which can, as an opposition, leave you a bit confused and mishaps your marking, if you get what I mean. He's also good in rest defense. Very good at recovering. Very good at transition situations, I think. He is like very, very low budget, but very, very... Like, I wonder why we have not looked at this profile since. Some fans think of keep exaggerating it like Manuel Ugarte and whatnot. Well, the thing I will say is that for that amount, you are getting a high quality midfielder that also on the ball is not quite bad. What I will say is that he struggles under heavy pressure. That is, you cannot use someone like Éderson in the build-up. But apart from that, ball winning is there, physicality is there, athleticism is there. So I think Éderson is a profile that we need also. Defensive profile, very good. A solid elite ground eater also. And is also a progressive passer, which is very nice. So Éderson is also another player we should be looking at. And I think United are almost done with the deal, so will be a great addition as a squad option. Well, I do believe that Erik's vision now is surely on the way. You can't go wrong with either of these because United midfield has struggled for years due to the lack of physicality. Tell me how many times you have seen Man United play Newcastle. They have been bullied, bruised, and punched up in the midfield. The likes of Jolinton, Tonali, and also Bruno Guimaraes. So we need that physicality, but not just physicality in the sense of only physicality. You need physicality and quality, also tenaciousness. So you can't go wrong with any of the signings. I'm glad that United are looking at 3. So if they can get this like in any way or form, get amongst the floor like 4 players, 3 out of them, they have done elite business in the transfer window, and we have automatically upped the physicality level in the midfield and also the squad, up to the technical level also, and also
done a bit of elite squad building. If you look at the likes of Arsenal, you can see in their midfield they have Declan Rice, Mikel Merino, Eberechi Eze, Martin Odegaard, a whole lot of midfield quality that can give you different solutions for different scenarios. We need that. So adding these players will obviously boost the squad, and I'm pretty sure to boost our chances in all competitions. So I hope they do get them. Éderson looks like he's joining already, but the rest, the rumors are a bit slow, but we'll see how the window goes. So please, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and push on the notifications, and we'll see you at the next one.